Before you spend a single penny on Facebook or Google Ads or launch fresh campaigns, you should be researching your competitors first. And in this video, I'll explain how my agencies, Lilac James and Amplified, use competitor research to help shape advertising strategies for our clients. I'll show you the manual way to do it using Google search results, competitor landing pages, and the Meta Ads library, which is useful for seeing examples of ads running on Meta. Then I'll show you where Similarweb fits into the process with their 7-day free trial, so you don't have to pay. Similarweb does something different. It helps us understand who the real online competitors are, where the traffic is coming from, how much they appear to be spending across channels, how efficient that spend looks, and which landing pages are actually driving their traffic. That matters because if you don't understand what your competitors are doing, what they're saying, how they look, what offers they're using, where they're sending people to, and how much budget they appear to be putting behind those campaigns, you're making decisions with limited visibility. But competitor research should never be about blindly copying about what somebody else is doing. The real value is using the data that this gives you properly. Now with Similarweb, not just looking at ads in isolation, we're looking at strong indicators of what is actually driving traffic, where competitors are investing, and which campaigns or landing pages appear to be generating traction. That means there's much less guessing when building a Google Ads or wider paid media strategy, and it also gives you useful evidence when discussing budget, performance, and opportunities with clients or leadership teams. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I'd research competitors before running Facebook or Google Ads, how to use that research properly, and how Similarweb helps make that process more useful when building an advertising campaign and strategy. Let's get into it. Okay, so firstly, if you're looking at Meta Ads, then what I would do, first of all, is just go into the Facebook Ads library. This is one of the only strategies that you have available. And when you're in, just Google for Facebook Ads library. The top link is the right link for you. You want to select the geography that you want to target and then the ad category. If you're in finance, obviously you're going to have to select the correct category. Same for housing, but otherwise just put all ads. Now, let's say we're going to use a certain type of business today, which is this one called White Stores. And when I select that, Facebook Ads library will bring up all of the type of ads that they're running. Now with Facebook, we can't see the data behind this performance, behind these ads. So like I said, we don't want to blindly copy what they're doing, but if their creatives, their images, and their videos are significantly better than ours, they're going to stop the scroll. People are going to scroll straight past you, stop on them, and probably go to buy from them. But we can also see what type of copy that they're using. I wouldn't say their copy is particularly strong. Garden furniture designed in the UK, award-winning pergolas, come and visit our showrooms, rated excellent on Trustpilot. It's not really telling anybody a great deal. And what we'll see when we have a look at their data from Google advertising is they are going with a real mass market, big budget, big spend strategy, which probably does work for them. They're a big business, they must know what they're doing, but won't work for you if you're running with smaller budgets. So just bear that in mind. But the basic thing to take away is, what is their creative strategy looking like? You know, what is their text saying? What are their videos? What is the messaging that they're putting out? And if they've got this shop now button, the chances are they're running a shopping campaign, not awareness campaigns, but they could be running store awareness campaigns. They could be running any other type of lead gen campaign. So that is how you scope out your competitors. As a general rule, if businesses are running ads for more than 3 months, and you can see when ads were launched, that one was launched on May the 5th, this one was on April the 28th. They're running ads for longer than 3 months, generally speaking, that ad's a winner because you wouldn't leave it on unless it was making you money. Okay, let's have a look at Google advertising. So again, sticking with garden furniture, is I've just put a generic search term in here, which is garden furniture. It's super, super broad. And this is more of what I would consider an informational search term. This is the type of search term people are looking when they're just looking at shopping around. And if we're thinking about a marketing funnel, these people aren't at the bottom of a funnel. Someone at the bottom of a funnel will be searching for something like a metal 3x3 meter pergola with sunscreens and an adjustable roof. That person knows what they want. They're just looking for the product that fits their exact specification because they've already decided. When it's a broader search term like garden furniture, it's more top of the funnel. These people are shopping around. They're just seeing what's available, what's in the market, and they could be convinced to buy anything from a garden, like a corner set, to a fire pit, to a pergola, to a parasol, etc. So bear in mind what it shows on page 1. The very thing at the top is its it's all of these product ads. And think about what draws your eye to specific things over others. In this example, it's the quality of the creative. The ads that Google is showing here all have high quality creative, but the ones that specifically draw your attention are the ones with the green pricing. So the ones with little discounts, and they don't even have to be a lot. This one's £100, this one is also £100, but the green over white text draws your eye a little bit more because we all love a good bargain. And then here, the same, we want to see those Trustpilot reviews. Next, we have the traditional Google advertising sponsored results. So we can see who is advertising, we can see what they're saying, we can see the landing page. If I was to click through to that, we can assess the quality of that landing page. Then you're in with all the organic listings, and then finally, there's a couple of further ads down here, and here is one of ours for one of our clients at Mick George. So that is the sort of manual way to do it, but it's not giving you much data. So what my agencies do when we're looking at getting data to inform what we're doing, how we're advertising and benchmarking us against competitors, we use this bit of software called Similarweb. Now, Similarweb do have a 7-day free trial, and if you sign up for that free trial, you can essentially use all of the features or the majority of the features for free for a period of 7 days. So what I would suggest is you take advantage of that free trial and you use it as much as possible, extract as much value in that 7-day period as you absolutely can, because there is so much that this can tell you. And like I said, we're using it every day on one of their higher level plans. So obviously we can go into the website analysis, we can have a look at various website performance. So let's say I click on White Stores, sticking with them, and they're not a client of mine, they're just an example that I'm picking up here. This is all open source data. We can see the total number of web visits they're getting within a given time period. We can adjust the time period up here. So you can benchmark the sort of traffic levels that they are getting and whether people are looking on mobile or desktop. Lots of useful information, how many monthly visitors and how long people are actually staying on that website, because that will give you an idea of how well their website is performing in comparison to yours, because you will know this information for your website. So a client that operates as a competitor to White Stores, we know that their average engagement on time is 1 minute and 36 seconds. Therefore, their website is holding and engaging people far better than White Stores. And we also know that pages per visit on my client's website is about similar. So although people are viewing a similar amount of pages, they're viewing those pages for almost double the amount of time, which means the website is doing its job better than their competitors. So you can scroll through and you can get a feel for, exactly where their traffic sources are coming from. So we know that this client is getting 30% of their traffic from paid advertising, which tells me at 945,000 visits between March and May that they are spending a huge amount, in the region of about 10 times what my client is. But are they getting good value for that money? Because that's the key. Like my client, everybody would be happy to spend £1 if they were getting £10 back or £20 or £30 back, like some of our clients do, but it is evidencing that which gives you the confidence to actually go on and spend. So if we come down here into the search section, obviously there's lots of other things that can give you, Similarweb can tell you about your AI brand visibility, etc. But this is specifically about advertising, and with your 7-day free trial, you can go in and you can look at all of organic content and all sorts of benchmarking against your competition. But when I search down here and I look at the top non-branded keywords of White Stores, my client's competitor, I can see that they are going super broad in their approach. They are advertising purely at garden furniture, at this top of funnel stuff. They're trying to hammer as much traffic into their website as possible, which for my client at their budget levels, which are still very healthy, that wouldn't give them the return on ad spend that they would be comfortable with. We are very much narrowing our strategy into the bottom of funnel, the longer tail keywords that aren't so informational. They're not just people shopping around. This is we're going for people who know what they want, and we're getting those products in front of people. So what this allows us to see is the quality of the ads that we are comparing with, and then the quantity of the sales, what type of keywords people are going on. We know that they're bidding a lot on competitors such as Laura James. We can see the landing pages that are performing the best in terms of driving traffic. So I can click this and I can open that up. And you can essentially see where you sit in comparison. So, this gives you a lot of data with which not just to look at your advertising, but to see how all of your advertising ecosystem stacks up in comparison to your competitors. And that is absolutely invaluable, because if you start spending £100 a day, £5,000 a month, £10,000 a month, etc., you look like the poor cousin in comparison to your competitors. What your potential customers will do, you'll get their attention with your ads, and then when they bounce off to do their competitor research and to see if they're getting the best prices, is you'll just drive them into the hands of your competitors, and your advertising budget will be filling the pockets of your competitors if you're not matching them in terms of your messaging, your offers, the ease to transact with you, etc., etc., etc. So please do take time to do this and consider your full funnel from top to bottom before you run ads. Improve it all across the board, and that's it. So I hope that helps. Definitely get signed up for that free trial, because it will help you. Go onto the paid version if it's appropriate for you, depending on what you're looking to achieve, but it will improve your ads right across the board and your whole marketing ecosystem. And we'll see you next time.